Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sips, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Let's do it once again, folks. I got some stuff to work on after this, so I would like to try to get this done relatively quickly, or at least relatively not forever. Anyway, today we are doing the Sentient. The final clan combo we have to do with Sentient is with Underlegion. Not the best, but hopefully we can make something. I probably gotta use my brain with this one some more. We can't just play Lassie League and click on a unit and win. We actually have to. Oh hey, Shattered Shell. Anyway, we are fighting Dominion today, which should be exciting. We have Fire Hunter, Archean, and Doombringer 6 and Hollow. We have Echoes of the Time Father with Wildwood Sap, Green Recruit, and Shattered Shell. I probably will. I'll have to think about how we play this line. Ooh, Volus Tuning Fork. First time each turn a card is consumed, draw one. I do have. I'm gonna take Volus Tuning Fork. Maybe it's Vula. So this is kind of Volus Tuning Fork is kind of interesting with Explosive Sentient because all of my restores cost 0. Yeah, sure. I'm down. I actually had a run like this off screen, and it worked surprisingly well. It was this exact setup where it was Volus Tuning Fork with Restore Explosive Sentient. I think we should actually be kind of strong, especially with the Restore buff, where now it's 2 regen. We're probably just gonna play bottom floor here because I am not afraid. And yeah. You guys are enjoying the Monster Train 2 runs, thank you. Thank you for enjoying them. If you want to I don't know, do some liking and subscribing, then sure, I guess you can. It's not required. Just you enjoying the video is enough. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm being sappy. Anyway. I maybe should be applying more regen to my We good. Nothing to worry about. Very easy first fight. I got the dude, didn't I? I did get the dude. Restoration Detonation does make sense with the Sentient. Glimmer is also something I actually like quite a bit, specifically against Dominion. You put like a +10 holdover on this thing, this kills like all. Although, if I'm playing Shattered Shell, I probably don't need it, because, like, if you're doing a plan that needs to kill front to back, I think having a card like Glimmer is really good. Because what kills front to back plans against Dominion is just the amount of, like, dudes that are on the floor, with, like, the 2 guys in the front that, like, apply corruption to you when they die. You got the guys with reanimates. There's just so much, like, bodies on the floor that being able to clear like half of them with like a Glimmer is really useful. But besides that, I'm gonna take Restoration Detonation. Sorry. And Tome of Evergrowth, if we were not fighting Dominion, I would click this, although I might still click it. We gotta find a way to keep our units alive against Dominion, which will be rather difficult. I'm gonna skip. Although I don't actually hate Infectory. You know what? I'll take an Infectory here, because we're not terrible at creating mushrooms. I'll head over here. If I find a Woken Hollow, I'll probably play him instead of the Sentient. Yeah, most likely. Sorry, Sentient. Then plus damage quick. Sounds good to me. So we have, like, kind of a way to buff this guy, and this will also, the HP boost will also help the Shattered Shell stay alive during Relentless. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Doesn't actually look all that bad. If we find Multi-Strike, you got a decent setup. I'll take the trial. Fairly okay. I am sad that I just kind of have to abandon the Sentient line. because, like, I think a Woken Hollow just stats you're going to be giving to our main carry unit is just going to be better. Most likely. Yeah, I guess I just Spore Touched you twice. So I want to take, like, card draw and part of me kind of wants to take space in this run, but I probably don't need to. Look at that big explosion, though. So our frontlining dude here should almost never die. Okay, you're dying. That's very good news. I do kind of miss, like, the 30 damage that Sentient would offer. It's really not bad. But especially if we get, like, a multi-strike on this Shattered Shell, this is definitely the correct maneuver. This is kind of the reason I'm wanting to play, like, Infectory, is so I can get, like, units in front of my Awoken Hollow so we can keep him from getting his corruption doubled. Shattered Razor Sharp Edge is quite good. I will click it. Proliferate, Spawning Pods, I don't hate our spawning pods. It's kind of whatever, though. And I could just try to keep this deck more consistent, which I think is fine, because our restores are actually decently useful. So we can go look for a multi-strike here, which I do not hate. Let's go do that. No multi-strike there. What if I have to play Morel Mistress? What if I have to play Morel Mistress? I have no cards in this deck that are consuming. It's not very good. I guess I could take Cluster Kernel. It's really not that good to even put him on the floor. It's really not that good, I think. I don't know. I'm a Cluster Kernel denier. I don't think that I'm not the biggest fan of that guy. Man, if I hit multi-strike here, this run would be crazy. That's the plan. Corruption's not bad. Want a random friendly unit from your deck. I don't think that's very good. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. I guess I just skip this event. It doesn't feel very good, though. I might have just wanted the... Okay, I guess I'm just skipping this, even though I think the corruption could have potential. I just kind of really need multi-strike. So I get to roll for it again here. Okay, is there anything better I can do with this deck at the moment? Not really. I think I just save my money for this Merchant of Magic. Yeah, I think that's the call. Okay. Not amazing, but I've seen worse. At least we are gonna be fairly... At least we get Titanite on our Awoken Hollow. That's something to celebrate about, I guess. You get an Infectory down on the floor. It's pretty good. Sadly, the floor is walking past you, which is quite unfortunate. You're Rage Archean. No, you're higher damage Archean. Unfortunately, the fungi is stealing my scaling, which is quite annoying. But he prevents a lot of damage. And is probably gonna be, like, really necessary in the late game. Let's give you attack. Spore Touch you. Ugh, yeah, it's kind of not great to have the fungi Maybe I want to be having second guesses about it, just from fight to fight at least. I'm glad I didn't click on that spawning pod. That would have just been kind of me just clicking on a card for the sake of clicking on a card. I have so much HP here that I really shouldn't. I need to use this here so I don't leak damage, it would seem. I no longer have a mushroom on this floor, which means I'm not getting my scaling owned. 70 damage is not great. Could be a lot better, but it could be worse too. Could always be worse. You gotta remember that. At least the Wildwood isn't that bad, but I kind of feel like I already have enough, I feel like I already have enough healing. I don't really want this thing. Great Decay could maybe be handy. It makes me really wish I clicked. If I clicked on Moral Mistress, I would have clicked on the Great Decay here, full stop. Yeah. I could maybe still see Moral Mistress here, so maybe it could still be worth clicking on. But most of my cards are already costing 0. I don't think it's worth it. So I shouldn't click on Cluster Kernel here. It's not Vine Mother, and I already have a Shattered Shell, so this is just a skip. And I think this is card draw here. I think this is just card draw. Okay. Not amazing, but not the end of the world. Spell Chain -1 on this Razor Sharp Edge is really good. Ooh, and then a Seek Stone on this bad boy. I really like that. Then you could do something kind of interesting. You could go +20. You could do +20 and actually do like a Remove Consume to get like a really beefy spell. I think that's a little too expensive for my liking. I'll put a cost down on it though. I probably should have gotten +10 magic power. I don't think it's Wilting Sapwood, personally. I guess I can. I get Sentient doesn't really matter in this run. We're kind of rigid in what we're doing right now. I really hope we can find some better utility in this run. Will I struggle against this trial? I don't know. I don't really know if I will or not. I don't really need the money in the next circle, so I think I'll be fine. Well, I'll more pointly, I already have pretty good money. It could change from fight to fight what I want to play as my frontliner between Sentient and Awoken Hollow. This is really good. This is not really good. So I just slap a regen. Yeah, missing multi-strike here does sting a lot. Thankfully, I do get to blow up the frontline dude here. And we are wiping the whole floor, which is very good news. I have made the conclusion that I do not want to play Infectory on this floor. At least not right now. So I need to use this here in order to kill you. Good job, Sentient. I guess that's just Sentient's job here. Just catch backliners who creep past you. Ugh, missing that Collector does kind of suck. Legitimately. I'm gonna keep putting Decay on these guys. The mushrooms are actually dealing a decent chunk of damage, and we should be out of this fight by now. Blow you up. Good job, Sentient. That guy's dying. Good news. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, and then we get out of this fight. No, I could replay this fight and then, like, freeze a Spore Touch in order to catch that Collector. Yeah, I really could, couldn't I? Ugh. Alright, yeah. It'll hopefully be fine. Wildwood Custodian is not worth the card draw. I don't think so. Maybe a Mushy Room? If I'm that desperate. Against the minion, this actually can prevent quite a bit of damage. But I'll take it. As a just-in-case option, I don't hate it. Let's head over here. There's multi-strike. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Everything makes so much more sense now. Give me something cool here. Give me like, Oh, I kind of heard about this. Let's see here. You encounter a beacon emitting a terrific blinding light. The light offers no warmth, only radiance that erases all features and distinctions. The beacon's crystal is a fragment carved off from one of the crown carved off from the one that crowns heaven, stewarded by the seraph himself, like the pyre. It revered and harnessed by those who serve it. You could offer something into its lights in the hope of purifying it, or you could harness it against your enemies. So we could get the card Beacon's Light. Apply 1 daze to enemy units on all floors. Does this also mean I can apply this to Dominion? Purified Essence. So I erase all the text from it, including sweep, which doesn't sound very good. Fuck it, give me a Beacon's Light. You seize the Beacon's Light. The beacon hums in your grasp, ready to scour your enemies with its light. As it does so, the pyre flares alive. The two crystals resonating as if in recognition. Something tells you that despite how different the two are, in the moment, they almost felt one and the same. We got a fucking second pyre on our hands here. Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty crazy. Alright. I'm feeling significantly more confident about this gameplay now. But now, like, I have to set up, like, middle floor against this fight, or else, like... Actually, this is what I'll do. Here's how we're gonna play this. I'm gonna play on this bottom floor. And against these guys, we're gonna be... against these sap guys that are really annoying, I'm gonna play two rejuves. I think it's worth it. I should have played Infectory first, though. That's my bad. And I don't care if this floor gets sapped, of course. Of course. So I actually will do what I said last time. I'm gonna freeze his hand for when the Collector shows up so I can immediately Spore Touch it. That guy dies. That's very good news. And yeah, that's kind of all I do. Get a Mushy Room up here in case you need it, but I feel like I shouldn't need it. Beacon's Light. I don't need to use it here, but it could come in handy. The Beacon's Light swallows up every shape and shadow. Those foolish enough to meet its gaze will leave with their senses seared away. Eek. That doesn't... I don't want my fucking senses seared away. That sounds kind of metal. That sounds metal as fuck, man. What the hell? Jesus. Want to get your fucking senses just blasted away? No, I don't. That doesn't sound very fun. Razor Shot Edge. I feel like I'm gonna need better healing to keep this Shatter Chill alive against Dominion. Or I could just get, like, I don't know, more copies of Beacon's Light, and I'm hoping this will daze Seraph. If it doesn't, this card it's less good than I thought it would be. Oh, I'll say that. I'll just say that. I'm hoping 13 regen will be enough to save me in this fight. And it will be. Alright, good fight. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Pretty damn simple. And it's a smooth ride for now. We only really have to worry about we only really have to worry about Dominion. Awakening Thicket can actually do a good job at keeping my dude alive. I'll take it. I quite like it. I have a lot of runes in this deck for some reason. So you can either go to this magic shop to get some spell upgrades and a nice little duplicate, or you could go here to find a good equipment. I'm leaning towards going to the shop. Yeah. Duplicating this Razor Sharp Edge does sound very good to me, and I'm also going to remove some cards. And I can also upgrade the Beacon's Light, which does sound very nice. So you could put like a 0 cost, -1 permafrost on it to save it for the turn you really need it. I think I kind of like that. So -1 permafrost is such a good upgrade, man. It always feels so good. I need to get rid of these Spore Touches, even though they're kind of interesting. Even though they're like interesting to look at because they cost 0. You know, I could just hold over Beacon's Light and like that's just the game plan. Yeah, probably. Yeah, sure. If you're offering. I don't see why not. I will get another. Where is it? Another start a combat Razor Sharp Edge. And it should be pretty good. God, I am so thirsty right now, but I have no water. I should really take a hike. You know what? I'm gonna take good care of myself. I'm gonna do a hydration break. Oh, but you know what? I'm gonna let the awesome music play out a little bit more first before I... I'm gonna let the cool music play out first before I, Oh, but all of this... Okay, after this fight, I'll hydrate. I'll go hydrate. I won't die. Or I'll try not to die. No promises, though. I'll try not to die IRL. Ah, god damn it. Well, thankfully there's nothing in this hand that I actually, like, want to play. Yeah, I couldn't play Vengeful Shard there. I was like, wait, why didn't I play that Vengeful Shard there? Because I had the Calcified Ember that I needed to play. I don't need to be healing Shatter Shell. I'm not fighting Dominion yet. I need to do that against Dominion. This Infectory is really useless. Guess you just daze this bozo. So I like slamming the Awakening Thicket immediately. That's going to do a really good job at keeping our units alive. And also giving us some additional triggers. Some additional restore triggers. I feel like I need to be drawing this Razor Sharp Edge more. I don't know about you. My Awoken Hollow is kind of low HP. I won't lie to you. Oh, and if I play like this, I can't... Oh, no. I was gonna say, if I play like this, oh, hold on. I need to check. Does this act... Okay, this does daze the flying bosses. Okay, so this can be our plan against Dominion. Gotcha. Good to know, good to know, good to know. That is very good news. So the plan is just like, you're gonna take energy here and play this every turn. Time to show them the light. I do win these. Let's show them the light! Which kind of sounds like, I don't know, a voice line in a video game. Anyway, I'm gonna go hydrate. Alrighty. hydration complete. And I also have water along with me. You know, Old Growth is a little bit interesting. If I took the Unleash the Wildwood, I would take the Old Growth here. It's not bad, though. If I don't see anything good from the equipment shop here, then yeah, you know what? I'll take it. Why not? Why not? And I take energy here so we can play the Blinding Light. That's not what the card is called. So HP and card removal is really good here. But again, I am pretty certain I want to go here. Oh, actually... No, there's no reason. Oh, but I basically have to go here next circle. If I go here, I get a card removal. I don't even know if I want equipment, to be honest, because this pack here, a duplicate and a magic shot look really good. I don't even know if I want one, and I have to take Pyre HP at some point. I think I'll just take it here. And Old Growth can just chill in our deck. Non-deployable, but definitely very useful. Get rid of the Spore Touches. Is this like an almost entirely Awoken run? The only real thing that I'm using, like... Yeah, this is basically like an entirely Awoken run. I could remove like all of the Under Legion cards from my deck, from this deck, and it basically like operate the exact same, if not better. That's not something you see every day. Usually, it's Awoken that's getting thrown to the wayside. I could use this to play mushrooms on the floor. Or, you know what I could do? I could use this to play Sentient on the floor. So that whenever I use my, so with Awakening Thicket, I'll have 120 free damage to the enemies. Is that good? It's kind of interesting. Why not? Why not? Let's get Sentient on this floor. It's kind of interesting. Sure. Sure. Why not? Let's do it. This fight, I mean, Savagery's Last Assault is always scary. You know what? I am all of a sudden very thankful that I taken this Sentient, so I can immediately be throwing like 120 swings at these guys. Eek. Yeah, I think if I got rid of these green recruits, this deck would be a lot better, because good god, this initial draw isn't... This initial draw ain't it, Chief. Oh god, I also gotta... Do I need to think about keeping my... No, I don't think I need to think about keeping the Shattered Shell alive. Hit him. Thank you, Sentient. Hey, good fucking work, Sentient. I mean it. I seriously mean it. Good fucking work, Sentient. Show these guys how it's done. And you can get down the Awakening Thicket. I really do need to be using this thing, huh? Well, I guess I have to be taking that Pyre HP, it would seem. I should probably play the, I should be smart here and play the Old Growth. I have the energy for it. It goes on you, probably. Even though we are using our rejuve triggers here. We do have this, we do have the Mushy Room to reduce the amount of damage we take there, which is very good. Don't get me wrong. And we are not taking any damage here, thankfully, so I think we've escaped the danger zone. So now I can just heal Awoken Hollow, now that we don't need to spend our stuff on the Sentient anymore. Yeah, okay, we do not need to spend our stuff on the Sentient anymore. And this guy is going to be getting sapped, and he will not hit my Pyre. Yeah, he will not hit my Pyre. He's just going to walk up and immediately die. Thank you, Mushy Room. Alright, so I kind of take back, I partially take back what I said about, like, about all of the Under Legion cards in this deck being worthless. Mushy Room did do something. And I feel like with the sheer amount of HP I have on this floor, the rack stands no chance. So at 99 HP, I don't think I need to go for Pyre HP here. I theorize that I should be okay. I don't think I need an Ensnare. I probably Restoration or Restoring Retreat is pretty mid. Hawks would only be used if I was like really scared of enemies walking past me, but I'm not that scared. I don't know. I'm gonna go over here. First off, I'm gonna check in the Merchant of Trinkets, see if there's anything cool. Crown of the Eternal. Hey? That's a free blast. That's basically like a free blast that the Sentient gets to do every turn. You know what? Sure. That seems pretty good. That doesn't seem too bad to me. Yeah. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to I will remove these Spore Touches, though, because they're pretty underwhelming. And I'm going to get rid of the green recruits because they're pretty damn useless. I can't get rid of all of the Under Legion cards in this deck. But goddamn, I can sure come close. God damn it, I can come close. I'm gonna get rid of this last Spore Touch. Because I want as much access to my Razor Sharp Edges and my healing as I can get. Okay. Dominion time. It's time for Dominion. Let's see how this goes. So, it's kind of interesting. Who do I let frontline between the Sentient and Awoken Hollow? Awoken Hollow has Titanite, but Sentient is healing the full every single turn. It's probably Awoken Hollow. So I need to play this bad boy. I need to play all my scaling here. Well, first off, I need to play that for a little bit. That is not where I used that. I need to blast here. Blast attack into my Shattered Shell. Then you Beacon's Light. Then you beak off this light. And yeah, check it out. Check out. Just watch her do her thing. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting attacked here, but actually, no, it isn't. Getting attacked? Ha! Not me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, we're good. Thank you, Sentient! That's my girl. Oh, God, wait. This guy's walking past me. Ooh, and I have gotten rid of all my backline pings. Oops. I might have, Razor Sharp Edge, haha! Got him! LOL! Alright, start blowing up these guys. We do actually struggle to take out the dudes there. The reanimate dudes. Very thankful I have the days coming in here. We're killing the entire floor, which is pretty cool. So I can just heal Awoken Hollow here. This might be the most Awoken run I've played in this game. Just pure-hearted Awoken gameplay here. Nothing of, like, not much from our other clans here. We're all in on Awoken, which I didn't know you could do in this game. I'm gonna be real, I didn't know that was a real thing. I did not think that was a real thing. I thought Awoken was just kind of terrible. But you know what? Some of the buffs Awoken have received are not too bad. They ain't proven too bad, and it does help when you start off with Shattered Shell. Damn, they're actually getting my dude. Thank God I have a second HP, a second frontliner. I need 2 different frontliners. I need 2 different frontliners for this Shattered Shell. Good God, this Dominion guy does a lot of damage. Wait, really? Like, did it say that Sentient was dying? Okay, you know what? I think Sentient dying there isn't actually that shocking. Or not dying there. No, wait, what was I saying? I thought it said that Sentient was dying there. I must have been seeing things. It is pretty late and I am pretty tired. So it wouldn't be the furthest from the truth to say that I'm losing my mind. My sanity is slipping away as we speak. I'm no longer the man I once was. I'm just a raving lunatic of mistakes. Alright, they're not getting my... They're thankfully not getting my Awoken Hollow immediately. That is good. Alright, cool. And I maybe should play Infectory there, but eh. I'd rather just take the 1 less damage. Alright, Old Growth will go on you. I want to heal you, friend. And I shouldn't need Sentient. Sentient is just kind of chills here. I guess Sentient is like, in case this fight were to go on really long, Sentient is like the backup frontliner. And it does not hurt to have her here. At least I don't think she's doing anything nefarious. And we should be able to last really long into this fight, thanks to me. Wait, with Beacon's Light, I take no damage against the Titans, huh? The Titans literally can't hurt me. They can't hurt my fire. I'm here forever. Wow. Wow, this card's broken. What the hell? What? The Titans just can't touch me. I'm actually unbreakable. What the hell? This isn't an Awoken run. This is a fucking... We're showing the enemies the light kind of run. Good lord. Oh my god. I didn't even realize how fucked up this is. Scarred with Holdover just means I'm invincible. It's a 1-card survival plan, man. Like, I'm not even doing that much damage. That's the craziest part. Like, if I didn't have this, I would actually maybe be in threat of, like, my pyre being worn down before I could, like... before I could win the fight. I'm very hard to kill, but, like... my units would be very hard to kill, but my pyre, the Titans could, like, hit that thing for free. But no, not here. Not here, fam. Titans are out of fucking luck. Sucks to suck, I suppose. But yeah, that's just how it be sometimes, I suppose. It is taking a while for our pyre to kill the minion, I will admit that. Alright, please hurry up and kill them, Shattered Shell. You're dealing 800 damage a turn. That should be enough to do the trick against the big man savagery. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus, man. can't believe this. This is the most autopilot. Yeah, there we go. We win. Wow. All right, I'm gonna take my screenshot. All right, cool. Good stuff. This card is insane. I really wondered how I would do in this fight without the Beacon's Light. I'm winning on... No, I'd be fine here. I would be fine without Beacon's Light. My Pyre would still be alive. Because I'm killing Savagery on this turn. I'm killing Savagery, like, before like, the waves start to loop. Which means I would have had enough Pyre HP. Okay, so I would have been fine here without Beacon's Light. Not against Dominion, though. Dominion would have probably fucked me up real good. Did Infectory go off there? You heard the little mushroom that I did sound? Huh, interesting. I mean, okay. The mushroom gets in one last time as the Titans die. Sick. Excellent little run there. Total Awoken wins 16. You only have 16? Damn. I don't have as many hours in this game as I thought. Well, I need 3 more Awoken wins with Danny here in order to have all of Awoken stuff done. Yep. Anyway, that's gonna do for this episode of Monster Train 2. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, and or subscribe. All of you out there, have a nice day.